It's something very important to show all of you. It's a chicken griffin. It's a griffin. That is all. Carry on. I'm gonna take another drink of water before I get started. 1 second. I have an entire 1 gallon canteen that I always keep on me. Shitloads of water. But yeah. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to basically be getting footage of my work as I'm gathering footage for my next tutorial video. I just yesterday considered something done. The reason why I have various reasons why my videos have not been coming out as fast as they probably should. One is I'm fucking awful at organizing, so oftentimes I end up writing a script and realizing, hey, I could probably break that up, like really just break it up into multiple videos. That's number one. Number two, dealing with family issues. I've been dealing with them since November. We're helping my cousin dealing with homelessness, really. Her husband died November before Thanksgiving, so she needed a place to stay, and we were we offered her a place to stay here with us, and excuse me. And she's been staying with us for the past several months, and until she's able to be able to get off on her own again, she's here. And a third reason, which is lighter in note, I host Dungeons and Dragons every other week, so I often commit 1 week to this stuff, professional stuff. I can show this off. The script. So, well, thank you, Noah. So, every week I have intermittently 1 week where I work on this kind of stuff, scripting and videos, and then another where I just all focus goes towards Dungeons and Dragons. So I basically double the time it takes to do stuff because I like having my free time like that. So if you wanted to see, let's see here, I have this video script. This is one where I just stole, and lo indeed, this video where I just stole portions of, yeah. So I had one for seamless textures, which is the video that I'm breaking off. One for trim sheets, which is really tile sets for 3D modeling. Well, that would be more like an asset thing. Assets. Hit bashing. That's more trim sheets for. That's more like Legos, but this is like texture Legos. Very, very, very articulate. And then there was one on texture painting. And then I was gonna go even further about like texture baking. So texture painting is gonna be good God, it's gonna be that one's probably gonna be an hour-long video. Because this one was gonna be its own hour-long video. I'm like, God damn it, I'm just gonna break it up now. So we're gonna go back to the seamless texturing video. Let me, yeah, there we go. So, first order of business, oftentimes when it comes to texturing, either making the textures itself, which, unless you're a pixel art artist, I don't really bother with. Normally, I just go about Google or my phone and go about recording sort of areas that I find interesting that I'd like to use. But if you don't really have that kind of access, the next best thing you could go out and just sort of Google various things that you'd like to use. So we would go. So let's say we're gonna do grass. That's one of the things that we'll be doing in the video. So we'll find a texture that seems good. I think this one's pretty good. There we go. We're gonna go straight to the source real quick, just that way you can copy this. Copy the image. And then we're gonna put it into GIMP real quick. There we go. First order of business that we want to go about doing is we want to crop it to about 1:1. So we're gonna make sure that our settings are set up. I'm gonna set it to. We're gonna make sure that's set to current layer only. Deletes the cropped pixels. We have it set fixed to 1:1. And we'll just find an area that we want to cut. Probably about right there. That's pretty good. Now, problem with just doing this right now, obviously, is that these are just going to tile properly. Let's just say, what the hell am I doing? Please, please. That is way too much. You can see the different seams as it goes. So we'll just close that out. Yeah, another thing that I'm going to do real quick. I'm going to scale the image down directly to 256. Let's set it to linear. Why not? And then, classic move, make an image that's too big to process. Yeah, it's a pro gamer move. So now what we're going to do to make this texture, we're going to offset it, so that way we can reveal the seams, like so. We have the various corners now put together, so that way they can see where they butt against. And then for this process, what I do, we take a healing brush. I use the clone and the healing tools to start patching things up so that way they work. But if we just start here and we just go at it and just paint over all this area, say we go down here, patch that all up, we get close to over here, over there, start going all about. Eventually, when we're done with this, since I think I'll be able to show this off. There's a problem inherently in how I'm going about doing this. There we go. Touch a little bit there, a little bit there. Now we have a very basic grass texture. But if we offset it again, we've ended up creating another seam just because we were careless in how we went about doing it. So if we just undo basically all that, back to here, we need to turn on something first. We need to turn on Symmetry Painting. And with this, we're going to turn on tiling. We'll set the interval to, unfortunately, for whatever reason, you can't set it to 256. So like that, it doesn't let you. but it lets you get as close as you can, so 255.99. For whatever reason, that works perfectly fine. Now, when I do the healing brush, come on, there we go. So now when I say go from here, it lets us go straight across. It's like that, and that probably would allow it to work pretty good after doing all that. Test that out. Works kind of all right. Yeah. Well, we'll just I think we'll just copy and paste this as its own thing real quick. C, Shift V, Control Shift V. There we go. Now let's just undo all this just real quick. Now, another thing that you can do if you're lazy and you don't want to do any of that, there's an option called Tile Seamless right there. And that there will algorithmically try and find a way to take the image that you have and tile it seamlessly. And we'll see how well it did. Tile times that by 3. You can see it does work, but it's very... Oh, that music went all funky now. You can see there's kind of a very particular pattern that the algorithm created. Kind of like this waving pattern. You see that going up it. So, oftentimes you don't really want to use the algorithm because it's not particularly good. Of course, there's sometimes when you can just as easily go about, go about using it, and it'd be fine in those situations. So, I'll probably just sit here and do a various few of these textures like this. I'll do this one more time. We'll just offset it. Clean up the side like that. Down. Get some from over here. I try to sample across. What AI music is this called? It's called the Pikmin 2 Complete Original Soundtrack. I went to baby music now. It's great. Pikmin 2 is one of my favorite GameCube games, and I got it on the Wii at one point or another, but I haven't had a chance to play it again recently. I always contemplate just starting up and playing more GameCube games, but oftentimes I normally don't because I feel obligated to just maintain doing professional stuff, like either making videos or doing Dungeons and Dragons. That's my other thing I like doing. So with that, I think that's pretty done. I started playing Pikmin on the emulator. It's pretty fun and stressful. The second one is better in my opinion because it doesn't have the timer. I don't do good with timers. All right, so now we'll see how this played. If we tile it, we'll just times 3. That little area right there. Where is that? There we go. That probably did it. All right. Let's close that out again. Tile. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. That worked pretty good. All right. Now, the next one we will probably try. One I didn't include in the tutorial, I did brick. I did grass, brick, and cobblestone because they're pretty. Those are kind of those get pretty difficult. Cobblestone definitely is difficult. We'll do some tree bark. We're gonna look through here. There's them showing how to make a seamless one, making a seamless texture. I'm not gonna take that one because it's probably actually works. This one maybe. I don't think this one is seamless. We'll give this one a shot. I think this is boss music. Okay, let's close out all of these. All right, and we'll paste in the new texture. And we'll be... I'm pretty sure this isn't seamless, so let's test it real quick. Yeah, it's not seamless. Not seamless at all. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it, we're going to crop it 1:1. Probably be about right there. We're going to scale it. Scale the image down to 256. Let's keep it linear, I suppose. I never played Pikmin, but I've played Overlord, which is in the same vein. I wish more games would go for that type of format for strategy-heavy games. I never played Overlord. Never heard of Overlord. 1 second. Game. Maybe that'll help me. Oh, I think I might have actually seen this game once or twice. I saw it, but I don't think I ever had like the game, the console to play it. It was on Xbox? Yeah, it was on Xbox. This game. Because I remember seeing these games, but I only had a Nintendo. Yeah, I only had Nintendo, so I didn't have Overlord. Right, so we have our tree bark. We have it scaled and cropped. And we just need to offset it. And we're gonna try to get the bark to heal properly. Oh, we gotta have set to shear. Very simple compared to Pikmin. I think it's still a bit, yeah. I might give it a play at some point or another if I can get an emulator, or if it's available on Steam. I don't know. What the fuck am I doing? Heal brush. Thank you. All right. So that seems to have tiled decently. Put that in the corner. There we go. So this makes lines, and we're trying to connect them up to areas like that. It's on Steam for $5. I might get it. So we're just trying to connect these areas up with the heal brush. Let's see here, take that, and maybe that'll... Yeah, there we go. So really what we're doing is we're just trying to take areas that might connect and try to connect them up, just like that. Really, I think that's kind of all right. If you're looking at it, you wouldn't really notice where it would break or whatever. There's a lot of dramatic music going on. I don't know if it's appropriate. Fucking dual music. So I don't think at any point you would necessarily notice where there would be a break. I need to steal this music for Dungeons and Dragons. This will make some good intense music. I'll swap to Paper Mario. One intense music to another. Bruh. Ridiculous. This is better. Right, so we got tree bark. And then we would tile seamless. Well, I suppose you could throw a tile seamless on there, but I'm not going to. I didn't mean to do that. Missed a spot. There we go. That's better. Make that smaller. There we go. That's pretty good. Right. Whoop. I want to do that. All right, let's grab something else here. We'll pitch that. All right, we'll get some brick. There we go. Find an area where I can get some. That one's probably good. That one's probably seamless. I don't know. That'd make my work a little bit harder. I think I did it with this one last time I did. All right. Copy the image. Go back to GIMP. I'll just Control-Shift-V, paste it in. Now, this one's a little bit different because we also have to contemplate the pattern that, you know, that bricks follow. So I wouldn't want to just go exactly like this because just the way the bricks are, once we offset them, I'll just do it anyway. We'll have two bricks sort of layered like that. That's not good. That doesn't even make any sense. So we'll just undo that. So we'll find from here, and we'll find a. We'll try to find a point, probably somewhere like that. Just gonna find a somewhere that that this crop tool would work good. There, maybe. Do that. This one might work. Offset it a bit by half. Yeah. This kind of works. So in some areas, we get just where the plaster meets plaster. And in other times we have where bricks kind of line up, but not perfectly. And then just where, you know, bricks, they just don't match at all. So here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna set that. That's probably gonna be fine. Gonna start taking the heel brush. Well, not the heel brush. We'll take the clone brush here. And we're just basically just gonna start copying some brick to lay in some areas. So I think what we can do, we can just take it and lay it there. And it's like it never happened. Just like that. That's a pretty good brick. Now for something like this, that's pretty all right. Like we can just grab some like there. We just gotta figure out the best place to grab it from. Okay, that's pretty good. Let's grab some from the top here. Maybe the clone brush might be better. That. Start running the heel brush over it. And there's its own brick. This will probably need to be fixed because it's like shifted down a bit more. Let's take this brick right here. Yeah, there we go. That seems to fix pretty good. I'm just gonna get a heel brush. There we go. That's pretty good. Oop, a little bit too high there. Grab some samples there. Oop. Where was that? Right here? Okay, since I'm running over some different color here, I think I might have to actually use a clone brush. There we go. That's pretty good. Because I need to get that area, clean that up. I think we're about to get some Doom music. Here it comes. There we go. Snag that area right there, because I think it dips. There you go. Grab some from here. Yeah, that's pretty good. And we're gonna have to grab a brown brick right there. There we go. Clean that up. A little bit from down there. Perfect. Now we gotta fix this last brick up, and I think it'll be good. Whoop. Okay, let's grab some cloning. There, right in that corner. Go. Right, now we just gotta finish that up with like another healing brush just to get the texture on it. There we go. And we're gonna test it to make sure it works good. I don't think there's anywhere that you would notice that it actually does anything. Scale image, we're gonna throw that down to no interpolation. I want it to be rather grainy. These bricks, 256. Scale. Oh yeah, look at them bricks. Pretty good. And at no point would you notice that there's anything off about it. Very nice. Now, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to be doing the cobblestone. Cobblestone's a lot different than brick, whereas brick has an actual uniform pattern that it kind of follows. Cobblestone is just any stones that you could fit together into a road. So we can find some here. Who knows if they go together? Yeah, that one's probably good. That's probably pretty good. We'll just paste that in. And we're already pretty low on the resolution here. So it's 316 by 316. We're already pretty close to where our texture resolution would be anyway, so let's just current layer we'll do current layer only, and we're not going to delete the cropped text, cropped pixels. There we go. We'll just save some of that. All right. We're just going to copy. Whoop. Why did it do that? There we go. Put that to a new layer. We're going to offset this layer. Yeah. Cobblestone's interesting in that it's any random rocks that you can get to go together that would work. So let's see here now. We're trying to get some stuff to go together. Why don't we... Yeah, we can get those a little bit closer together, like that. All right. Let's see if there's any place here with. There we go. I might need to dip out for an hour, so I'll be back though. All right. All right. Get right there. Right. This area right here, I want to be more darker. Select this to multiply here. That's too dark. Okay, let's take this stone right here. Second. Sorry about that. Family in the other room. All right. Let's try copying this, and we'll put this on this layer. Oop. It might be easier to put it right there. Oops. I think I see a pattern I can use. Let's try this. Use. It from this rock. once we get this all together, we can just get some texture elsewhere. There we go. All right. Some roughness from other areas around the scene. Okay, so we need to. I think we can. This one right here could probably be up a bit. Yep. Decent. If we could just take this part right here. Cut it, paste it, we just move it down a bit. Yep. I didn't mean to do that. Make a new one, put it underneath. There we go. That. I'm gonna scale the image down to 256 now, so that way it'll simplify out our thing just a touch. Copy paste this. Whoops, I'm on the wrong layer. Alright. We're gonna flip it that way, then that way. Delete that. And we merge it down, and then we'll just heal up that little area right here. This is GIMP, right? Yep, sure is. I think I'm gonna take this area right here. Let's clean this area up right here. Give it a harder edge. Like that. Go. Do the same thing here as well. What are you doing, cat? You gonna say something to the mic? No? The cat has sort of walked in here. That cobble's dealt with. Let's just take a quick gander to see how this looks. Alright, we're gonna have to Let's do an offset. How much more do we got to go? That area right there needs dealt with. That's no bueno. There's an area right there that's no good. That could probably be, yeah, that could be adjusted a bit. But that right there is definitely no good. Let's not bother with that for now. We can tell where there's problems. This right here. Yep. Right here. Yeah. Actually, bone brush might be better. Maybe better. Use the multiply brush here just to darken that area up. Okay, those spaces work. Yeah, that rock does work. This right here would... that. There we go. That adds some differentiation. That together, fill that up to sort of merge it. We'll see how well that plays out. Go. Probably fine. I think we're getting it good now. Just offset the width. And now we're gonna solve some more of this. This up a bit. That's gonna make it its own sort of rock. Probably a bit of cobble. We can probably squeeze right there, maybe. We'll see if I can squeeze another piece right there. Or what's it at? Here? I think that's where it was, right? Okay, got everything. How's that look? I think I got everything. Ugh. Right, so now we can just save these real quick and we'll see how they look in Blender. Here. Where was it? There it is. Texturing. Oh boy, what's that? Click on the mute button. Alright, so this is texture grass. Export. Brick texture. We'll this real. Or brick. Just a bit of cobble that could probably be. That's probably good. Export as cobble. Oop, give it a second. Oh, please, Blender, please. Oh yeah, it's all enterable. All right. It's trying its hardest. Yep. Plane. Going to shading editor. Yep. So this is grass. Is Blender having so much trouble with it? I had a pretty bad crash earlier where it went straight to console. I don't know what the hell. Good. Yep. Blender, please. Back a camera. I deleted one. Done. Catching up. Cat's not happy. Say something to the mic. Goblin cat. Alright. Alright, so now we're going to add a new material. Let's look at this. Alright, throw that in. Load our textures up if it'll let me. Your image textures, that's probably it. That's not grass. That's not grass at all. There we go. Got that, put that in. Closest. And as you can see, it's very, very large. Necessarily large. That'll light up. I deleted it back when I was trying to. Yep. Need to do. Gonna add new nodes. So this one will be the texture coordinate node. Happen. These we can connect the vector to the image texture, and then we're going to connect the UV input to the vector output. Now, we can roll the texture back and forth if we wanted to. Rotate it. For some reason it doesn't actually work. Oh yeah, because I'm going by very, very small amount. Ever since earlier this morning, Blender's been really slow. Why? Yeah, exit. Oh, what we're looking for is the scale. So we're going to select all these. If we select from X and drag down, we can get all of them at once. So we can that. Pretty good. That's probably better for me. What kind of backgrounds do we have available? The was it material display, viewport display? There they are. Do that one. This is more along the lines of what we're trying to get when we come to this one. So let's load up a world texture. Star. Let's throw five. This. How's that look? I have to play with my compositor a little bit. None of that. Not on. Yeah. Probably need to set this. Oh, I must have accidentally toggled. That's probably what I was. That's better. That's the kind. I want more dramatic shadows like that. Now it's okay. That's at a circle. Have it filled. Align it to the view. Oopsies. That. Put this to a mission. We'll make it bright. That. Go balloon. Add some flow to it. All right, how's that look? Yep. Gonna skybox here. Flip it. Then let's see here. Material. New. Call this skybox. Blend mode. Well, that's not what I need to change. No shadow. Go into the shading. We're gonna delete the material. Add texture instead. Let's add this one. Pretty big texture here. This might crash my Blender because it's slow as shit today. Got some mountains back there. Well, that doesn't make any sense. The sun's behind the mountains. The sun is in front of the mountain. That. Put the sun up there. There you go. That's probably good. A shitty basic kind of view. Probably make it smaller like that and just make it stronger. That. Pretty accurate. Well, I gotta get my voice lines done today, otherwise I won't be able to get much of my video done if I'm spending next week doing D&D prep. So I'll probably have to just go right now and I'll do some voice lines. If everyone enjoyed the stream, disappear now.